Greetings, everyone. Glenn Kellaway from the basement. It is Saturday around lunchtime, and I just felt like ranting and raving and sharing some thoughts that are going through my head. Um, so here we go. Number one, the new Rolling Stones album was released yesterday. I'm seeing a lot of videos popping up on YouTube, reviews, whatever. I don't care about it, and I'm a Rolling Stones fan. I know for a fact, I would bet my house on it, that I would buy that album within 2 or 3 listens. It would sit on my shelf and collect dust for the rest of eternity. It's just not going to be something it's going to have any longevity. I think it's a waste of time. Sorry, Mick and Keith. You're musicians, and I think you should play music, and I think it's great that you're putting out records, and for people that buy it and like it, that's fine. But for me personally, it will be a waste of money, and if I happen to hear a song, I'll hear a song. I'm not even going to listen. To be quite, I should be honest. I went on Spotify yesterday and listened to like 10 seconds of each song, so I kind of got an idea what it's like. It sounds fine. I'm sure it's a fine album, but it's just, there's no freaking way, if I'm listening to the Stones, that's the album I'm picking. So I'm not buying it. I don't buy new Elton John albums. I don't buy, I don't know, name all these classic rockers. The only ones I buy are McCartney. Who else? I don't know. There's not many. They just can't compete with their classic catalog. I'm sorry. Just can't. So that's all I got to say about the Rolling Stones album. Box sets. I'm sitting here staring at box sets that sit on my frickin' shelf that I've spent arguably a couple $100 for and never ever listened to. They just sit there like showpieces on a shelf. I don't collect music. I listen to music. My days of collecting are over because I'm retired. I haven't got the money. I haven't got $200 to piss away on something that's going to sit on my shelf, and I'm just proud to own it. I got to be playing it. So, like, you know what really is the biggest culprit for me is the Beatles. Like, and I mean, they're the greatest band in history, but like, I love owning this box set, Sgt. Pepper's. It's great. It's probably, arguably, the best one they've released so far, and it never gets played. I got vinyl, I got a mono, I got a stereo Sgt. Pepper, I got a regular CD of Sgt. Pepper. I don't have a Blu-ray player to play the Blu-ray disc, and I listened to the outtakes once, and then I'm happy I heard them, and then they go away. Like, I'm really seriously thinking about selling these boxes. If I can get any value for them, I might put them up for sale on a local site or something, see if anybody will buy them. Like, they're just stupid, just sitting there. I got another one. Here's the White Album one. It's an amazing set. It's great. I'm not complaining about these sets at all or the value of them if you listen. But I like the Escher demos, and I like the album itself. And this thing has sat on my shelf for the last, both of these, I bet you for at least a year, maybe more, since I've even played them. Like, it's just, I can't afford to have that kind of money just sitting around. But also there's some box sets that I love. I've got a lot of box sets. It seems to be the ones I really like are the ones like, say, the band, the Capitol Years, where it's just the contents are just their studio albums, you know, from start to finish of their catalog. Those ones seem to be the ones I'm looking at that I like and would never trade in. There's only 2 other people that I like where they do have a bunch of extras and stuff, and that's Frank Zappa. There's a Overnight Sensation coming out that I'm really excited for. Any of the Frank Zappa sets I've bought over the past 2-3 years, I wouldn't part with until the day I die. I listen to all the discs. I listen to them quite often. The Waka Jawaka one that came out earlier this year is absolutely brilliant. All 3 discs are fantastic. I really love the Bob Dylan deluxe bootleg series ones. I've got 6 of these. I just recently picked up this. I've been jonesing for this forever, but it was too expensive. It was $150 new, plus tax and everything. We're looking at $175. I couldn't afford that. I found it for $99 used, and I'm really excited. I have it. When I went to Tulsa last week to the Bob Dylan Center, um, I got my daughter to pick this up for me at her local store where they had it on hold for me, and she came over and left it here. So when I flew home, this thing was sitting on the table waiting for me, and I've been listening to it all week. I think it's fantastic. There's just now there are repeat of songs, but most of the repeats are like he plays the song really fast and he plays it slow. It's a real kind of working through his, what's the best way to do this song and present it. It's really cool. The only one I haven't listened to is disc 3, and I'm going to. It's dedicated to Like a Rolling Stone, like right from the minute he started playing it right to the finished product, and it takes up a whole disc. I think it's going to be interesting to hear that, but I haven't played that yet because the other ones have been really interesting. Love this set. Dylan does these fantastic. They're just so good. Nice hardcover case. Then you get a book. That's the other thing with these box sets. They come with a book. I look at the book once, I never look at it again. Lots of cool pictures in there. And then this, the second hardcover book houses the CDs. So you open up the first page like that, and then you open this up, and there are the 2 CDs. And then you go to the back. There's more pictures and stuff in here. And then you go to the back, and there's another part you open up, and you get 2 more CDs and 2 more CDs. They're just great packaging and great value, I think. So that's my rant on CDs. I'm a banjo player. Why don't people like banjos? My friend Larry Graves, he didn't like the banjo. What's wrong with the banjo? Can someone please put in the comments what's wrong with the banjo? I hope you're not going to say because it's like hillbilly music. I don't like bluegrass, but the banjo is a very versatile instrument. It sounds absolutely beautiful to me. And listen to Bela Fleck, or listen to people like that who are Alison Brown. They take it into the jazz realm. Bela does some classical music, which is absolutely beautiful. It's jazz. I mean, it's a great frickin' instrument. Open your friggin' ears to the banjo. Exciting news. I finally got a Dylan ticket. So the Dylan tickets went on sale, I don't know how long ago, for Massey Hall. He's playing October 26th and October 27th. I had actually a friend of mine give me, my daughter's friend let me use his American Express front of the line card, and I went to use it for the pre-sale, and for some reason they weren't doing it. Then I thought I must be doing something wrong because I've never used one of these cards before, and it turned out something happened to the they didn't do a front of the line sale, or something went wrong. It wasn't my fault. Next day they do a Live Nation pre-sale or Ticketmaster pre-sale or whatever that. I've got a pre-sale code. I put in the code. On the pre-sale, the tickets have already doubled. How can that happen on a pre-sale? How can it happen? I don't understand. Wouldn't the tickets still be available for the first time? Like, how did they go from $140 a ticket to $400 a ticket? Somebody explain it to me. So I got shut out. I didn't get a ticket. My nephew Jack really wants to go bad. He's never seen Dylan. He's a big fan. We've been trying to get tickets. For the last couple of weeks, we have been on StubHub and Ticketmaster 10 times a day. And at first I was going, I'm not going to pay over this amount of money, whatever it was, to go see Bob. I've seen him a few times. But my nephew really wanted to go. He was prepared to pay a little bit more than I was. And then I gave in and went, okay, you know what? I might never get to see Bob again. And I'm really anxious to see this Rough and Rowdy Ways tour. He's doing some cool covers. And I really love that album. And I'd really like to hear him sing some of the songs live. And Massey Hall is such a great venue to see Bob. So yesterday, morning pull up. I haven't been able to find a seat. Like the cheap seats are all we can afford. Everywhere in Massey Hall is great sound. You're not going to worry about that. But some of the cheaper seats on they call it the gallery. It's like the third balcony, second balcony, I guess. There's a floor, then a balcony, then a gallery. So I'm up in the gallery, but the seats are really narrow and crappy there. The only way to sit in that gallery is to sit in the front row. There was 2 tickets for the front row. They were obstructed view, so weren't buying those. Yesterday morning, 2 came up at the price we agreed to pay. I phoned my nephew right away and said, Jack, and he said, I was just about to phone you too. I went on and we bought the ticket. So this Thursday night, I am going to see Bob Dylan. I couldn't be happier. Okay, last, my good friend Marcia P. Please go over to Marcia P's channel and subscribe to her and leave a message saying, would you make a damn video? She's busy, so I understand she works for a living and stuff, but I'd like to see more content from Marcia because she's so knowledgeable and she's a really cool person. But we did a chat the other day. I think it was on Steve, my buddy Steve, All the World's a Stage. Another one, go and check out his channel and subscribe if you haven't. Marcia mentioned that she's going on a journey, musical journey. She got the book 1001 Albums You Must Hear Before You Die, and she's going through and listening to every album that she can possibly listen to, and she's up to like number 700. I think she started a couple of years ago, and I thought this was so cool. And I was going to buy the book, but it's really expensive. It's like the hardcover book's about, I don't think I could have got one cheaper than $50 or something, but it was ridiculous. So I'm going to look around in a used store. But I knew my library had a copy, so I went and picked this up the other day. And I'm going through it, and I'm going to try and do something. Now, what I think I'm going to do is first of all, I'm going to go through all 1001 albums, and I'm going to make a list of what albums I have in my collection, what albums I haven't heard, what albums I could care less to hear. Like the first album on the list is Frank Sinatra in the Wee Small Hours. Now, everybody loves Frank, except me. I can't listen to crooner music, sorry. Just not this kind. Anyway. So, that's first album. That I'll just put on the list of I'm not interested. Then, like, albums like this, like Elvis Presley. Well, I don't have that exact Elvis Presley album. And the songs on it, I've got enough Elvis Presley, like Blue Suede Shoes is on here, Counting on You, I Got a Woman. I've got some like rock and Elvis Presley albums, so I'm going to consider that yeah, I'll give Elvis a listen. But I've already heard it, I'm familiar with it. There's and Fats Domino, the same. I've got a Fats Domino comp, so that works instead of This Is Fats Domino. I don't know. There's some cool ones here. Like I might check out something like that, like Sabu. Play, what is it? Congo, something Congo. Palo Congo. I might check out something like that on Blue Note if I can find it to listen to. There's a Here's Little Richard. Well, I have a Little Richard comp. Billie Holiday, Lady in Spain. I don't know if you can consider Billie Holiday a crooner. I don't. I consider her a blues singer and bluesy jazz, and I think she's amazing. And I've got a Billie Holiday comp too, so that I don't know if that counts. Kind of blue. Oh, there's a lot of stuff in here. I wouldn't mind listening to this album because I really love El Paso, Marty Robbins. I might give that a shot. So anyway, I'm going to try and go through and figure out some way of doing this. And interesting book, though. It's kind of cool stuff in here. If you just open up any page, it's really interesting. So I've got it for 3 weeks, and I'll see how I do. That's it. I got to go to work today. I work for the Belleville Senators hockey team, American Hockey League. I'm going to work at 3 o'clock this afternoon, so I'm kind of excited. Opening day for the Senators. And everyone have a wonderful day. Take care.